Hello, hello, and welcome. My name is Jay, and I am your StriveScan facilitator for this evening. Welcome to the Missouri Association for College Admission Counseling Virtual College Fair. We have a couple of great schools here, 6 to be exact, who will be going over some great things they have to offer for you and for you to get some more information. Before we get onto those schools, we do have some housekeeping items. First off, there is a Q&A button at the bottom or top of your screen, and you should be able to ask questions at any time to any of our presenters. Also, just make sure when you're asking a question, please put in the school name that you're looking for that to come from in case we get confused with that. Just so you know, your camera, your audio, all of that is off, so you can see us, you can hear us, but we cannot see or hear you, so don't worry about that. And this is just one of many sessions that are happening. There are some happening later this evening and even tomorrow. So if you want to learn about more great schools, definitely register for more. Also, this presentation will be recorded. So within about 1 week, you'll be able to go to strivescan.com/Missouri and be able to get this recording in case you missed anything or need to follow up with someone and get all that great information. I'm going to stop talking now, stop sharing my screen, and bring up Concordia University, our first presenter of the evening. Come on up.
Awesome, hello. I'm gonna go ahead and share my screen here. It's very nice to have all of you here with us this afternoon. I'm here with Concordia University, Chicago, and you'll notice I have some QR codes throughout my presentation. Feel free to pull out your phone and scan those, and it'll take you to our website so you can get more information on the topics as they come up. But I'll go ahead and get going. Concordia is a small university about 10 miles west of downtown Chicago. So about 10 miles west puts us in the border between the city and the suburbs, where we're not really either one, we're kind of both. So you can take advantage of the city as much as you want to. If the city is not really your thing, though, you can totally avoid the city. And we're right in the middle of a neighborhood. So it's a very suburban feeling, walk to Starbucks kind of neighborhood, and with the benefit of having Chicago right next door. We were founded as a teachers college back in 1864. We have since expanded to have 3 colleges, so many more majors than just education, which I'll touch on in just a minute. We are a Division III NCAA school, and our size puts us at about 1,500 undergraduate students. So not so tiny that you would know everybody, but definitely small enough to have a very tight-knit community. And we are also associated with the Lutheran Church Missouri Synod. You don't have to be Lutheran or Christian to go to Concordia. That's just an important piece about our campus culture to know. So to speak a little bit about those majors, that QR code will take you to our website to look at the full list of our programs offered. Education still is a very popular program at Concordia, anywhere from early childhood through elementary, middle school, and high school, but psychology, sports management, criminal justice, I would add to that list, and any of our pre-med programs are very popular as well. No matter what you do decide to study at Concordia, you'll have a faculty advisor from that department helping you decide, okay, which classes should I take, which semester should I take them, how do I get connected with internships, in a way that's more specific to you in your major rather than just a general academic advisor. And things like that are the biggest benefit of being at a smaller school, is that you have that one-on-one attention when you need it. And if you don't need it, that's great too. We just want to support you as best we can. And there's a lot to get involved with outside of academics on Concordia's campus. Like I was mentioning, we are a Lutheran Church Missouri Synod University, so there's a lot of spiritual life and ministry opportunities. If you're not interested in that, that's okay too. There are a lot of other clubs and student organizations. Music is a big deal at Concordia, so you don't have to be a music major to be fully involved in any of our wind band ensembles or choral ensembles. Orchestra as well. We also have theater as an extracurricular, intramural sports are super fun, improv comedy, all of that. So if you're looking to get involved in more than just classwork, this is a really good place to do that. But we also understand that you're in college to be a student, so if you don't have time for that, that's okay too. If you're an athlete though, that is a really cool way to be involved. And Division III just means that we don't offer athletic scholarships. Still very competitive, still a lot of time that you would need to be putting into practicing and lifting and things like that, but it really helps you maintain that healthy balance between academics and athletics. We have about half of our student population is a student athlete, so we've gotten really good at helping you to keep the emphasis appropriately on your schoolwork, but still compete well for Concordia. So if you're hoping to get connected interested with a coach or just look at old stats or anything like that, that QR code will take you to the athletics section of our website. Coaches would love to meet you and talk with you and get you on campus for a visit if that's something that you're interested in doing. So on-campus living, like I was mentioning, our campus is fairly small, our school is fairly small. The entire campus fits within one city block, so it's 1 square mile, all of our academic buildings, athletics facilities, housing, that's all within that campus. So unless you have an internship, you'll be taking all of your classes on Concordia's campus. Living on campus is great though. So we have 5 different residence halls. The newest one is right in the front center of that picture there. That one's called Concordia Hall. But each dorm is a different style. So typically freshmen will live in what we call community style dorming, which is 2 people in a room, shared bathrooms and living area that's clean for you every day. There's also suite style living, which is 2 rooms with the bathroom. Concordia Hall is more apartment style living. So there's a small kitchenette and living area within each set of rooms. But really wherever you're living, it's not a too far commute from place to place, and free laundry on campus, as well as free HBO, Xfinity logins, things like that are just nice perks. This is a good visual on our location to the city of Chicago. So we're 10 miles straight west. Again, that puts us right between the city and the suburbs. So from our campus, you can be downtown in the Loop in about 45 minutes to an hour on public transportation. You can have a car on campus, even as a freshman, if you're interested in doing that. But it's completely up to you, and you certainly don't need a car to be able to get around, just because we are so close to city transit, as well as things like Uber and things like that. Student services are really available to you as well. Like I was mentioning, with being a smaller school, we want to help you as an individual. So if you're a senior, application is open. We do not need a test from you this year, so that is optional. Get us your FAFSA and we'll be able to get you your admission decision probably within about a week, as well as your financial aid package as soon as we get your FAFSA. So we want to get you rolling on that next couple of steps pretty quickly. This is a breakdown quickly of the merit and leadership scholarships, which I would love to help talk with you more as we go through this process. So just to skip to the end here, this is my contact info, and I would love to get to know each of you.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Rachel. Really appreciate that there. We are going to move along to Providence College. Go ahead and take it away, Megan.
Thanks, Jay. Hi, everyone. I'm so thrilled that you all have joined us this evening. We are going to get started talking about Providence College. And ironically enough, I live where Concordia is. So I am based in the Chicagoland area and work with students all throughout the Midwest, including Missouri. I'm actually originally from St. Louis. So my name's Megan O'Rourke. I'm here to talk to you tonight about PC and just give you a general sense of all of the things that we hope that you will find important and find helpful as you're going through your college search. Providence College is a little bit farther away. So we are located in Providence, Rhode Island, which is a really beautiful, thriving, historic city on the East Coast. So you are hopping on a plane to come to campus. And the city itself is actually the capital of Rhode Island. And the location of the campus is, 5 to 10 minutes in a car will get you into the downtown area. Providence College is in one of the many neighborhoods that make up the city of Providence. So let's talk some stats, because I think that's always a helpful place to start when it comes to kind of getting the lay of the land and understanding how PC might be different or similar to schools you might also be considering. So we fit into the medium-sized category. We have about 4,200 undergraduate students, and with our graduate enrollment, that puts us at just under 5,000. So we're definitely medium-sized, but on the small end of medium-sized institutions. We are Catholic and Dominican. We're actually the only school in the country that was founded by and currently still run by Dominican friars. So there's a fun fact for you. Black and white, those are our school colors. You can probably see that from the screen though. One of the things that I think is really helpful and we are really proud of is that retention rate. You can see it at the bottom of our screen. 91% of our students are coming back from freshman to sophomore year. We're really proud of that. And we think that speaks to the experience that you're going to have on campus. So let's talk about that experience on campus, right? With a population our size, I think we definitely have students who are looking for a sense of community, and Providence is going to be able to provide you that. We are inherently a liberal arts school, so I will move to this so you can kind of follow along with me. Major-wise, the largest number of our students are in that School of Arts and Sciences, but we are known for programs in business, our health policy and management program, education, biology, psychology, and there's actually a pretty large number of students that come in undecided, so that's totally okay. We want you to find a major in a program that makes sense, that you're excited about, that you're passionate about. Your learning, a good chunk of your learning is going to take place in the classroom and throughout your time on campus in those classroom settings. So we want to ensure that you're in a program that you are ready to kind of take on and be excited about throughout your time on PC's campus and then beyond. One thing that's important to point out, double majoring, have a major and minor, all of that is totally possible. And I think for us, our goal is to provide you an education that gets you all of the knowledge that you need here, but also combines that with our core curriculum. Our core curriculum is a liberal arts-based curriculum. We know from the employers that come to campus that talk to us about what they're looking in future, what they're looking for in future employees are critical thinking skills, problem solving skills, being able to work in a group, being able to give a great presentation, being able to communicate. These are things that you're learning now in high school that you're going to learn in your major, but we will supplement through that core curriculum. And because that's required of everyone, those students that are undecided, they're definitely going to feel a little bit easier getting their time started at PC because they can start with those classes and then ease into the classes in their major. Learning isn't only going to take place though in the classroom, and I think that's a really important distinction to make and one that we like to make at PC. So many of our students end up pursuing research or an internship or some sort of career relevant experience, knowing that that can give them great real life hands-on, this is how this goes in a professional setting. And for us, providing those opportunities to students, being able to provide those opportunities for students really opens some doors, make some connections, both connections in the professional way, getting students connected to companies and organizations, but also making connections in their head. Like, I learned this in class and this is how this actually goes. We do also want to ensure that our students have the opportunity to study abroad. So you'll have some great options to choose from. You can see programs in over 40 countries. So there's 300 different choices. Your financial aid comes with you. So we want you to take advantage, because we are such a global society, of allowing you to kind of figure out figuring out your place in the world as you kind of grow through your time while you're with us. I also like to mention talking about the city of Providence, because I think that plays a huge part in how you'll experience life at PC. You know, we are, like I said, a part of the city of Providence, about 5 to 10 minutes away from the downtown area. So internships, those kinds of like professional opportunities, they're pretty abundant, but we're an hour away from Boston. We're 3 hours away from New York City. So you have some great opportunities all along the East Coast in terms of professional opportunities to take advantage of later on. The city is so vibrant and wonderful too. So hopefully we can get you to campus to see it. Couple of quick notes about the admission process. We are test optional, so we really look at your academic record, the types of classes that you're taking. We are holistic in nature in terms of that review. We think it's really important to look at your essay, your activities, your involvement, the service that you've done, the letters of recommendation. All of those things definitely play a part in how we review the application. Last but not least, this is the stat I'll leave you with. 96% of our 2019 grads were employed or attending grad school, and we're super proud of that fact. 2020, it's about 90%. So we're grateful that our students are taking all of the things that they've learned and going out into the world and making a positive difference. So thank you so much, everybody.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Megan. Really appreciate that. And we're going to move right along to Roanoke College. Olivia, go ahead.
Let me unmute myself. I was muted there. Awesome. Welcome, everyone. It is so nice to meet you all virtually, and welcome to sunny Salem. We are, I'm representing Roanoke College. I'm actually a recent grad of Roanoke, graduated this past May, and honestly loved my time here at the college. What I love about Roanoke is that it really is a place that will make you competitive for some of the top scholarships and programs in the country and also all over the world, but also that you'll be able to have some of the best professors. They are so approachable and accessible to you throughout that time, making for an experience where you don't feel like you can't ask for help and where you want to get involved and you feel so supported and challenged in your curriculum. One of the things to kind of give you guys a profile on Roanoke College is that we have a little bit over 2,000 students here, and we really believe in creating a community that looks like the world around us. So you're going to meet students from literally all over the globe. And in this process, you'll also get a chance to meet people through our on-campus housing. We believe in a model where we have all of our students live here all 4 years for the majority of their time on campus. And it really creates the community that you'll hear a lot of us speak about and why we're so close-knit. And it creates this great career mentor program of alumni who want to help you. They're in that grad school that you're looking to go to post-grad. They're in the career field that you're looking into, and potentially could either be your next colleague, next boss, or someone who gets you into that that next classmate. So we really believe in connecting you with those students throughout your time here on campus. I really want to talk a lot about this town and where we are. There's 3 great characteristics about Roanoke. One, we are in a small town next to a big city surrounded by the beautiful mountains. First, Salem, Virginia. That is where Roanoke is located. It's a town of 30,000 people where you have a great local restaurants like Mac and Bob's where you can get a calzone the size of your face. You have all the local food chains all down Main Street here. You have some great festivals that will go on, a great like farmers market for our students to attend. But then we're right next door to Roanoke, which is one of the biggest cities west of Richmond, our capital city of Virginia, of 100,000 people. But what I want to really emphasize is that you can access any major airport from our local regional airport here in the area. In particular, Chicago O'Hare is really something that you could get from our airport too, and then fly anywhere else in the area. We also have an Amtrak station, so if you want to go to DC for the weekend or go up to New York, it's very possible to do so through the Amtrak's way. There's also a lot of local concerts happening in the downtown area for our students to attend, and also a lot of great restaurants and some great overviews of the downtown life, some great museums for our students to also go to. And then the Blue Ridge Mountains. We are 10 minutes away from the Appalachian Trail, most notably McAfee's Knob, the most photographed spot on the trail. You can see me and my friends jump in there. I promise you it's a lot more safe than it looks, but you can go kayaking, skiing, and whitewater rafting, really get out of your comfort zone if that's something that you're not used to, but also if that's something that you love, to really get involved in that here on our campus. We have over 50 majors and concentrations and pre-professional programs and minors, 69 of those. Some of the top ones have to do with business, computer science, psychology, sociology, and also some of our public affairs majors too. We also just added some new majors here at Roanoke in education. So instead of just specializing in elementary and secondary, you can also do specific areas like art or math. We also have a new engineering science degree that our students are getting involved in addition to our dual degree program Virginia Tech, and we're really excited to see where our students go. I really like that you don't have to declare your major until second semester as a sophomore, so it really allows you the opportunity to really explore the curriculums that you're really interested in. We are a part of our core curriculum is a topic-based curriculum. Only 1/3 of the colleges in the nation have one like ours. We really believe in making your classes fun and interesting, but also something, if you're not strong in one subject, that you don't dread going to class every day. So instead of just statistics 101, you can take statistics in sports, or does gun control save lives? Or you can take women in politics instead of just sociology. And it really allows you to delve into some of those topics that maybe you wouldn't have done before. Take a class on paranormal activity if that's something that you're interested in as well. We then really believe in making sure that our students have a lot of real world experience. And on average, our students are doing about 5 of these. And there's a mix of the ones that you're seeing here in front of you. We have creative works. So this, if you're interested in the arts and music, maybe this is for you to create your own theater show and, present that here at the local theater. Do research. A lot of our students leave here published, making them competitive applicants for medical school, PT school, any of those things that they're looking into. Service learning. every single person here on our campus will do that because we really believe in giving back to the communities around us. So our house is a Habitat for Humanity house that you'll get a chance to build and meet the family that you're working with. Internships. You can do this through our DC program or internships in your back home or here in the local area, and then study away. We want you to go abroad, so we partner with a great company, a great international exchange program where our students are going to about 300 different locations in 50 different countries around the world, either together or individually throughout their time at Roanoke, and usually during their junior year. Here are some of the companies that our students are working for post-grad, along with some of the colleges that we've sent people to as well. So you'll get a chance to see that. A lot of great clubs and organizations for you to join and get involved. We have wrestling and also a lot of great groups. Merit-based awards as well. So definitely in between 20,000 and 29,000 here for our students. Visit our campus. We want you to come and get a visit grant. I'd love to talk to you about applications later if you have any questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Olivia. Greatly appreciate that. We are halfway through our evening so far here, and we are going to pull up Judson University. Go ahead and come on up.
Hello, everyone. My name is Andrew Finley. I'm an admissions representative at Judson University in Elgin, Illinois. Here at Judson, we believe in shaping lives that shape the world. As I mentioned, Judson is a four-year Christian liberal arts university located in Elgin, Illinois. That's about 40 miles northwest of Chicago. We have around 1,200 students on campus, and it's a 90-acre campus located along the Fox River, as you can see in that over picture. Here at Judson, we're committed to the student. We have a small class size with a 12-to-1 student to faculty ratio, and about 78% of our classes have 20 students or less in them. Some of the big benefits of the smaller class size that we've seen is direct contact with professors, both inside the classroom and outside of the classroom. So you're going to get the help that you need. If you have questions, they're available. You can shoot them an email, or you can talk to them both before class or after class. So that's been a big benefit and has allowed our students to succeed in the areas that they're interested in. It also has created a great community within the classroom. So interaction amongst your classmates, a majority of the time, you'll see a lot of the same classmates coming from your freshman, sophomore, and all the way through your senior year. So that builds a great learning environment for our students. While we are a smaller school, we offer more than 60 different majors, minors, and concentrations. You'll see some of our more popular majors listed below. Architecture, education, and business are the ones that we're truly known for. Within our education department, we have an early childhood education, elementary ed, and a secondary ed. And then within our business program, we have marketing, management, and accounting. Here at Judson, we're also committed to spiritual development as well. We have chapel on campus Monday, Wednesday, and Friday from 10 to 10:45. The rest of our campus closes down, so you won't have a class or practice during that time. And that allows our students to be able to come to chapel. We don't require our students to sign a statement of faith. We just allow them to experience the chapel services and be spiritually developed and believe whatever they would choose to believe. We're also committed to excellence at Judson. We have internship opportunities. 90% of our students get internships while at Judson. So you're going to learn both the classroom materials, but also get some real life application and experience in different internship opportunities. And we also have study abroad programs with 30 different countries. And you can see some of the countries that students have studied abroad in the past. Some leadership opportunities for our students. We have some different student leadership opportunities within our Judson Student Organization, which is our student government on campus. They also plan campus activities each weekend. So if you're interested in planning events for other students to come to and participate in and build community, that may be a great fit for you. University ministries leads our chapel ministries. They'll lead through worship, technical support, and through stage design and set design. We also have Gen Mentor, Rise Mentor programs. You can be a captain of one of our sports teams. And then something that's really cool about Judson, we have a World Leaders Forum every year, and it brings world leaders to Judson's campus each year. And our students get to do Q&A sessions with them, have luncheons, and be able to hear from the world leaders from around the world. Some of the more popular ones that we've seen in the last couple of years are Mark Cuban, George Bush, Caroline Kennedy, Tony Blair, Condoleezza Rice, Felipe Calderon, and the Queen of Jordan. Next, I want to talk about our athletic teams at Judson. We have more than 20 different sports teams. All of them are listed on the screen there. We are members of the NAIA and the NCCAA. Because we are members of the NAIA, we can offer both the athletic scholarships, and then we'll also talk about some other scholarship opportunities out there too. If you're interested in one of the sports listed on the screen, I will put some contact information in the chat where you can fill out a web athletic form, and that'll get you connected with our coaches at Judson. So I talked about our athletic scholarship opportunity already. We also have academic and merit-based scholarships, music, theater, art scholarships, and then we have endowed scholarships too. Another thing I want to highlight for both juniors and seniors that are looking for additional scholarships, our financial aid department will accept those private scholarships too. So some popular websites that our students will use is fastweb.com and scholarships.com. So want to encourage you to check those out, and those scholarships will be able to be used at any schools that you're looking at. Talking more into financial aid, 99% of our students receive scholarships of some form. You'll see our tuition and fees and room and board listed. Within our room and board, we also have the meal plan included. Some other potential opportunities with financial aid, along with scholarships, you can also get government grants, loans, and a work study opportunity. Real quick, I want to talk about campus life for 2020 and 2021. We have a majority of our classes have been in person from the fall and the spring. So we've been blessed to be able to do that and do that safely. We've been social distancing, symptom tracking, increased sanitation, personal protective equipment, and we are open for campus visits. That's another big one. So if you're interested in visiting campus, you can do that. And then I just want to encourage you, we have waived our $50 application fee, so it's completely free to apply, and we're test optional, so we'll just need those transcripts in order to complete your application and make an admissions decision. So thank you so much, and I hope to hear from you guys soon.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Andrew. We're going to move right along to our next presenter with Murray State University. Go ahead and take it away, Trent.
Thank you so much. I hope everyone's having a good evening. As he said, I do represent Murray State University in Murray, Kentucky. So I am the Assistant Director of Recruitment. I do live in St. Louis, Missouri. So I also live right here in the Show Me State and serve students on the Illinois and the Missouri side of the river. And then I also travel throughout the state. So what's unique about Murray State is if you're looking for institutions and kind of looking at the schools that we've spoken so far, is we're kind of in the middle in a lot of different categories. So Murray State, again, is in Murray, Kentucky. We have about 10,000 total students enrolled. They're coming from all over the country, all over the world, and they're studying about 150 different things. So I know for me, whenever I was 17 years old, trying to make a decision, I wanted the glitz and the glamour of a big school. So I wanted Division I athletics. I wanted to maybe change my mind about the major that I was choosing between. But I also wanted to get away from home, so I wanted that big school experience. But on the other hand, what made me successful as a student was more that small school environment. And I really say when you look at Murray State by the numbers, that is what we really want to highlight the most. We have about a 15-to-1 student to faculty ratio. There's about 22 students in every class. So even though you're going to get those amazing internship opportunities, you're going to get to study abroad. At the end of the day, you're going to be able to raise your hand, know your faculty's names, have those relationships, because it is a very much so more of a community that you join, not just a university that you go to. Now, if you are not super familiar with the geography of Kentucky, I always kind of like to show students this is where we fall onto a map. So as you see in the St. Louis area, it's about a 3.5 hour drive, depending on where you're from. Kansas City, it's kind of that 5.5 to 6 hour range, depending on where you're from. but it's very accessible. I also showed this map to let students know kind of what cities we're close to. So our campus is about 2 hours from Nashville, 3 hours from Memphis, and then again about 3 hours from St. Louis. And then all the dots on the map are where the majority of our students will spend their internship time. So again, it's really cool to know that the majority of our student population is actually out of state. So if you're watching this presentation thinking, am I going to be the only one from my area or at the university to be not from Kentucky? The answer is no. The most important thing for any student who's watching this presentation to know about Murray State is that you do not pay out-of-state tuition whenever you attend. So basically all those states that touch our southwestern tip of the state of Kentucky there do not pay out-of-state tuition. It's considered what's called regional tuition, and it's comparable to what you'd pay at any in-state institution that you're considering. So Murray isn't a small town, so we are kind of that stereotypical college town people usually think of. Now, what is unique is that Murray was ranked the friendliest small town in America by USA Today. A lot of mom and pop shops. It kind of has everything you need. So it has all of your grocery stores, plenty of places to eat. We do have a bowling alley. There was a movie theater. And then there's also, again, 10,000 students going to a Division I university with something kind of always going on there. So very close to Land Between the Lakes, Kentucky Lake. It's a very scenic, quiet place to go to college. So if you need to go clear your mind, you're never too far away from very, very beautiful part of the United States. Now, excuse me, when it comes to campus activities, we do have about 180 different student organizations. So if you are strong in your faith, you want to join a Greek organization, these are also professional organizations through your major, and the list goes on and on and on. There's kind of something for everyone. This is kind of the section where I say, even if you're not looking at Murray State, I want to encourage you to just get involved on your college campus. It really makes the years go by a lot faster. It's really enjoyable that way because you can go to any college in the country and get a degree. But when you're making that college decision, start looking at these organizations to make sure that they have what you need to be supported, to really thrive more than just inside the classroom. Again, we are a Division I school that has all of our sports listed there. We're proud members of the Ohio Valley Conference, which we tend to run with most of the sports that are listed there. But for the average student, so again, since we are Division I would say about 85, maybe even 90% of our students are not athletes, but they do play intramural sports. So you can play with your friends, you can play with your sorority, your residence hall, things like that, just kind of keep you moving and shaking. As someone who was born and raised in marching band and then did marching band in college, I still then was able to play intramural sports. It's not just for people who are natural athletes. So if I play, I promise you that you can play. Two interesting traditions that go on our campus. One is we do have a literal horse that runs around our track when our football team scores a touchdown. We're kind of proud to claim we're the only school in the country that does that. Our football season did get moved to the spring. So Racer One's running around the track right now. Our football team is off to an incredible start, which is really exciting for campus. And then the shoe tree is kind of our, gushy, if you enjoy romantic novels type story. But the story goes, if you come to campus, you fall in love, you and your soulmate will come back and nail your shoe to the shoe tree. So we've gone through many trees over the years, and I just let students know, even if you are not romantic, I guess you can say, this tree is really a testament to how easy it is to meet people on our campus. Again, even though there are 10,000 people that go to school there, it's a really tight-knit community of people who know and then happen to also love each other. So academic life, again, there's a lot going on campus with 143 academic programs. Those are our 5 most popular. So we have a 99% pass rate on the NCLEX. We are AACSB accredited when it comes to all of our business programs. So that puts us in the top 5% of all business schools in the country. Of course, biology, that kind of fits into all the pre-med categories that go on. Occupational safety and health is probably the most popular major that you've never heard of. It's also one of our highest paying programs for our graduates. And then we are a big ag school. We're in the state of Kentucky. We're in a pretty rural area. So I let students know if you want to be pre-vet, you like working with your hands, it's a great place to be as well. So that QR code there will take you straight to our application. No essays, no recommendation letters. Might take you 10 minutes to fill out. We're looking for a 3.0 GPA. You're good to go. We do have 4-year scholarships for students who have decided to submit test scores. So kind of keep those in mind if you are wanting to take the test and get that automatic scholarship. And then the competitive application for students who are looking to tell us more about their clubs and activities. So I'll skip over dining a little bit. Hopefully those national brands catch your eye. Of course, campus housing. But take it from me, also from John Morant, probably our most popular alumni right now, just to reach out if you have questions. The college search process is not a one-size-fits-all decision. So by all means, reach out if you need anything. But I'll stop sharing. Have a good night.
Thanks so much, Trent. We are going to move along right now to our last and final presentation of this session, Arizona State University. Come on, David.
All right, thank you. So make sure I got all my stuff shared here. Hi, everyone. My name is David Mills. I am our Assistant Director of Admission at ASU, or one of them. We have a pretty great big admissions team at ASU. Here's my contact information. I work exclusively with students from Missouri. So if you do have any questions or need anything throughout your college search or journey, please don't hesitate to reach out and let me know. But I'm excited to tell you a little bit about Arizona State University today. If you're not familiar, we are located in Phoenix, Arizona, the 5th largest city in the country. So you are not leaving civilization behind if you head to ASU, that's for sure. We are the desert, but it is not hot all the time, predominantly in the summer. But during the winter, if anyone is tired of cold and snow, in the winter at ASU, it is typically 60, 70, sometimes even 80 degrees and sunny for most of the school year. So hot during the summer, but during the rest of the year while you're there for school, it's pretty amazing. So the first thing, other than the weather, that I really want to tell you about ASU is our charter that's on the screen right now. Our charter is what guides us. It's our core. It's really what we base all of our decisions at ASU on. And as you can see, something we value that's really important to us is being inclusive. We live in a world where admission to a lot of schools can be very competitive and very exclusive. And we want to make sure as a public university that we are doing our best to be as inclusive as possible and helping students not just get into ASU, but help them succeed in what they do after they leave. But you can see that inclusivity starting in our admission requirements. I'll go into those later, but basically if you meet our admission requirements, you are automatically admitted to ASU. So if you have the academics we ask for, you are assured admission. It's 100% acceptance rate for you. You don't have to worry about what other people have. If you meet the requirements, you're good. But one of the things that being inclusive means is that we have a pretty large university. As you can see, we have nearly 75,000 total students at ASU, which on the surface can seem a little scary, but I think there's a lot of benefits to that. It means a lot of diversity. You can see almost 47% of our students from this past year came from underrepresented backgrounds. We have a lot of geographic diversity. About 100 for all 50 states in the US and about 136 countries around the world are represented at ASU. It means we also have a lot of choices. We have over 350 majors to choose from. We have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. We are a large research, Tier 1, Research 1 university. So a lot of opportunities to build your resume and get your hands on your major outside the classroom on campus. And of course, we are also a big athletic school. We're the Pac-12, Division I. So you have the opportunity to have that school spirit, that excitement, that game day experience, whether it's football, basketball, or any of our other 20-something Division I sports. You have all those opportunities to choose from. But along the way, we want to make sure it never hurts you negatively from an academic perspective, being a large school. So something we're really proud of is that we have an 18-to-1 student to faculty ratio at ASU. We certainly have some big lecture halls, but the majority of your classes are going to be between 20 to 40 students. Only about 6% of our classes are that large lecture hall format. So just know a lot of opportunities, but we never want it to impact you negatively. Our students are also, as I said, looking for that success after they leave, and we're seeing roughly 89% of our students having a job within 90 days of graduating. So very, very strong job prospects for our alumni who leave ASU. Please know we're definitely helping with that process. Here are some of the rankings we're really proud of at ASU. They're certainly not the only important factor in the college search process, but be aware that we have some great academic programs across the 350 majors. Not everything is top 10 or top 25, but we do have those from business and engineering all the way to criminal justice, psychology, journalism, to photography and the fine arts. So just be aware, some really strong programs at ASU kind of across the spectrum of all our different academic majors. I don't have time to tell you all about this now, but know that we are one university with 4 campuses in the Phoenix metro area. Those 4 campuses, you're based at the one that has your major, but you can do just about anything at any campus, even though you're living and taking your classes at your main campus based on your major. Feel free to reach out with any additional questions you have about that, and I'll put some more information in the chat for you as well about how those 4 campuses all work and how connected they are for our students. Again, we have over 1,000 clubs and organizations. On-campus involvement is really important, both for staying connected, making friends, building your resume, anything from community service and student government to the taco eating club or the tree climbing club. You really have the opportunities, to de-stress, relax, and enjoy that college experience while preparing your resume for the future. I do want to mention our honors college, Barrett. It's a great way to shrink that large university down, but it's a community of scholars, and it's considered to be one of the top honors programs in the nation. It is a separate application process, and it is competitive. So just be aware it's a separate process from the regular application to ASU. Here are where all of our campuses are across the Phoenix area. I'm almost out of time, but the one thing I really want to stress is that at ASU, off of campus, you have that big city life, you have the entertainment, the culture, the food scene, whatever it is you might be looking for, but you also have some Fortune 500 companies. You have the state government, you have a booming tech sector. There are so many ways for you to build that resume and prepare yourself for your career outside of campus as well. And that's something our students are excellent at doing and that we help them with during that process. So I've taken all my time telling you about ASU and not about our admission requirements, scholarships, and applying and all that. So I'm going to drop some links in the chat. Look for those admission requirements and my contact info. I'll put that in there as well. So you can certainly ask if you have any additional questions. And that is it. I almost hit it on the head, I think.
Perfect. Thank you so much, David. I'm actually now going to ask all of our presenters to come on up because I've got a question for you. And the question is, what is your favorite? Oh, no, I'm so sorry. That's not the question I want to ask y'all. Whoops. The question I really want to ask you is, what advice would you give someone going through the college search process? And we'll go in the same order in which you all presented. So Concordia University, what do you have to say about this?
Yeah, my number one piece of advice is visit if you can. So right now that's looking a little bit differently than in previous years. But especially if you're a senior, it's still not too late to be visiting at least virtually. Juniors, sophomores, start doing that now because ultimately that'll help you get a better feel for if a school is a good fit for you rather than just emailing with your admission counselor, which is great, but visit if you can.
Great. And Providence College, what do you have to add here?
Great point, Rachel. That's like my number one for a lot of students at this point. I think the other thing that will hopefully help as you are going through this process is to keep yourselves organized, however that means for you. So if it's calendar reminders, if it's a spreadsheet, if it's a Word document, if you're old school and you've got a planner and you have to take notes and write things down, this all becomes a lot of stuff to do when school will start back in the fall, especially when you're a senior and working through applications. So however you can keep track of everything, it'll help you out in the long run.
Great. And Roanoke College.
Yeah, great point. Yeah, I honestly believe that you just need to be open-minded. I think, there's so many great colleges out there from small to medium to large, as you've been able to see today in the presentation. But at the end of the day, it's where you think that you feel best and where you can call that place home, because college is going to be your second home. And it's kind of crazy how much time we start to spend at college than back in your hometowns. So you really want to make sure that you are living and going to a school where you can really get involved in that community, whether that be on campus or outside of the campus. So yeah, definitely look for that place where you can really envision the next 4 years.
Awesome. Yeah. Judson.
Yeah, absolutely. I want to echo that as well. I know college is not a one size fits all thing. Everybody's looking for something different. You may be somebody who's interested in the larger school feel or the smaller school feel. So it's really beneficial to be able to, one, visit those campuses, but then also, apply. I want to encourage you, don't be afraid to apply to multiple places and kind of experience different schools and try and find the thing that's best for you and going to be the best fit for you.
Great. Murray State.
Yeah, I mean, they have all kind of hit it on the head. My advice would just be to ask questions, no matter what it is about. We do not expect you to know everything. So if you have a question about like even meal plans, because also not only are you trying to figure out the lingo, but every school has different lingo. So don't be afraid to ask individual admissions reps, ask your counselors, because even if your parents did go to college, they went to college years ago and things have just totally changed. So whether that be with us, any support you have, just make sure that just know that you're not going through this decision-making process by yourself.
Great. And Arizona State.
Yeah, so I'm going to kind of echo and piggyback what Trent was talking about for my advice. He hit the nail on the head for sure with, utilizing the experts in your life, the high school counselors, the admission counselors. But conversely, he didn't say it out loud, but I would say, make sure you're listening to the experts and not all the people who are not experts. It's really easy to get sucked into, oh, I heard this from a friend or my roommate's cousins, uncles, whatever. There's a lot of kind of hearsay about the process, and every school is different. And so definitely ask and trust the experts, and don't just go off rumor and random things that you hear in conversation with friends or family or something like that. They may be right, but verify everything with the experts so it's right for you.
Great. Yeah, good points from all. We are going to wrap up this evening here. And I just want to say thank you all so much, whether you are watching live, whether you are watching the recording. Thank you for being here. Thank you to our 6th grade panelists for giving us all this great information. Just so you know, all of the attendees here live, there will be a short 4-question survey. We would love your feedback here at StriveScan on how we can do better and be awesome just for you. Just so you know, this is one of many sessions. There are more sessions happening this afternoon and evening, as well as tomorrow. And in about 1 week, you'll be able to get this recording at strivescan.com/Missouri. We're going to close out, and you all have a wonderful evening. Bye now.